On behalf of the Chamber, I welcome all of you, and we are very much thankful to the State Bank of India, On Surety, Bhumi World, who has put their efforts to make this event a success. Now, I would like to invite the dignitaries, today's dignitaries on the dais. I'll request Mr. Prakash Patel to escort Juhi Smita Sinha Madam, GM Network 2, Mumbai Metro, State Bank of India. Mr. Varun Tandon, Founder Office, Strategy and Growth, On Surety Technologies. We have Ms. Manjusha Devre, she is from the DIC Thane. SME Chamber of India is a leading organization providing various business advisory support services to the SME sector, manufacturing industries and business sector from last 29 years. For the business growth, export promotion, government services, licensing, supply and procurement, channelizing finance, investment, marketing, branding, import facilitation, setting up the new manufacturing industries, India and abroad, identifying business partners for joint venture, technology transfers, collaboration, contract manufacturing, tie-ups, advanced and patented technologies. So we work for the bilateral trade and investment promotion in other countries also. So Chamber's main focus is to empower the SME sector for global competitiveness, and it has been always on the forefront under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Chandrakant Salunke, who is the founder and president of this association. He has taken up good initiatives for the policy change and implementation, advocacy with the state and central government, RBI, plus other government institutions also. So we have set up SME Business Management Institute, SME Industrial Parks of India, SME Investment Promotion Council, India SME TV, India Business Forum, and other so many initiatives countrywide for the trade promotion. He has been putting a lot of efforts to give the more thrust on the SME sector. So Chamber is regularly organizing various business promotion activities, executive and educational programs for the imparting knowledge, enhancement of capabilities for sustainable growth and better profitability. The Chamber is giving more importance for the conducting interactive meetings with officials of senior executives of various governments and departments, regulatory authorities, corporates, MNCs, financial institutions, diplomats, and SMEs, as well as arranging meetings on the various policy schemes, advantages, incentives of government, state government, central government. Chamber is also recognizing the industries, those who have done the outstanding contribution in their field. It may be a manufacturing, exports, startups, young generations, youths, women entrepreneurs, by presenting them the India SME Excellence Awards, Emerging SMEs of India Awards, Rising SMEs of India Awards, SME Icons of India, Innovative SMEs of the Year Award, Best SMEs of the Year Award, and Best Corporates of the Year Award. So begin with this event today, I'll request all the dignitaries on the dais to come forward to lighting up the lamp and do the inauguration of the summit today. I'll invite Prakash Patel ji, Varun Tandon ji, Manjusha Devre madam, and Juhi Smita Sinha madam to join the light lamping. I'll request Mr. Prakash Patel, who is the Managing Director of Bhumi Industrial Park and Vice President of the SME Industrial Parks of India, to share his thoughts, Mr. Prakash Patel.
Good evening all. Thank you very much for your time and came here for the SME Chamber. I thank you Chandrakant Salunke to organize and given us the opportunity to host the SME Summit in the Industrial Park. It is the first time where in Industrial Park there is a summit of SME Chamber of India. So thank you very much. Thank you Mahesh Bhai. And as you all know, after the COVID, there are lots of opportunities are coming to India for the SME and MSME. There are lots of things happening new, and it is in the new way after the COVID happened. And we all are meeting face to face after the long time. Before that, we are having the Zoom meetings and Zoom conferences. So it is good thing, and it is very positive things for India to have the benchmark in all over the world for the manufacturing sector.
I'll request Mr. Prakash Patel to welcome our dignitaries on the dais. I'll request him to give the floral bouquet to Juhi Smita Madam. I'll request Mr. Prakash Patel to welcome Manjusha Madam. Bouquet to Mr. Varun, once you're ready. Mr. Chandrakant Salunke is not attending today's event in presence over here because tomorrow the Minister of MSME has called upon one meeting with the leading associations from the industries. So he's flying to the Delhi. So he's joining us virtually. Request Chandrakant Salunke ji.
Special thanks to Sri Prakash Patel ji for providing all the support and services to organize today's event. And special thanks to the State Bank of India for joining hands to provide value addition services, financial services to MSME sector, especially manufacturing industry in the Thane region and especially Bhiwandi region. Friends, I'm sorry I couldn't attend today's event because I have to leave to Delhi for important meetings in the evening as well as tomorrow. Therefore, Mr. Prakash Patel is there, so I'm very much relaxed since we are in his kingdom. So I'm sure that all the participants from the movie world and surrounding industries are very happy with his services, his all support services, particularly at last moment, wherever he is available, he is supporting to each industries and entrepreneurs. As Mahesh Salunke has mentioned about the activities of SME Chamber of India, we are doing for last 29 years and providing handholding support to the SME sector for exploring business and investment opportunity in different sectors. We are aware that currently all the SME sector are completing their financials documentation, achieving to the completion of their balance sheets and all these things. And also you will be planning for this year's business growth activities, what kind of export promotion should be done, what kind of sectors you should avail. And mostly the companies, those are looking for new orders, new leads, new business leads, and especially the export opportunities. So you must be planning and doing some exercise or study. But for that purpose, SME Chamber of India will be happy to support you to avail our services, to understand the export markets, to understand and avail the advanced technology, and mostly those SMEs are looking for advanced technology, patented technology and affordable technology, because SMEs are not allocating the large funds for advanced technology. And I would like to suggest the banks, when they allocate or approve or sanction any loan, why don't you think for allocating the 25 to 30% additional loan, standing instructions to the along with that approval. Any entrepreneurs, any company, those are availing any financial services, they can go for any time for advanced technology, advanced machinery, or particularly the equipments which is helping them to produce quality product and enhancing productivity. We are aware that after this pandemic, every entrepreneurs are now planning and doing some study about new businesses. And all of you are aware that new schemes are coming up, new advantages are coming up, new policies are coming up. Tomorrow we are working with the government, that studying the government and what kind of new policy can be introduced for the benefit of SME sector. So therefore, friends, we will be sharing with you the advance the information by next week. What are the policies, what are the benefits, and what are the advantages going to be defined by the government, especially Minister of MSME, Minister of Commerce Industry, Minister of Finance, and Minister of Labour. So this is a very interesting for currently, because most of the MSMEs are transforming their businesses. During the pandemic, they face a lot of problems because of the lack of business, lack of manpower, lack of availability of the raw material, and lack of the support from the government machinery. But now we are coming on a track. We should focus more to exploring new business opportunity. You should attend various programs, conferences to enhance your connectivity, enhance your business connections, enhance your knowledge, particularly for the advanced technology, new business, new ideas, and also coming up the unique concept for the educational program for SMEs and their main workforce. So these are the activities carried by the SME Chamber of Maharashtra many years, and I hope that after this this evening program, the deliberations, you will understand the importance of the chamber, its activities, its services, and definitely you will enroll as a member to avail more services and more benefits. So with this word, I would like to thank all the dignitaries on the dais, especially Madam Sinha, Prakash Patilji, and the speakers from different sectors like Mr. Tata, Mr. Devre, Ms. Devre, Mr. Uttam Vermaji, who is always helpful to our chamber, and he is providing all the skills to bring the bankers and SMEs together. So thankful to all the SMEs, those are participating today. I look forward to hear from you, your feedback, your some inputs, and mostly I suggest share your grievances. Mahesh Kumar will take a note of your grievances. It may be with the Maharashtra government, with the banking sector, with the central government, but we would like to hear from you about your grievances. Because without resolving your grievances, SME will not grow. And the SME will not grow, the India will not grow. Similarly, banks should extend the handholding to fulfill the financial requirement. So that therefore, if banks are there, SMEs are there. If SMEs are there, definitely India is growing. So friends, take advantage of today's deliberations, and I hope that all SMEs will be definitely beneficial from this event. Thank you very much. All the best for our event, and look forward to hear from all of you. Thank you very much.
फ्रेंड्स आप तो जानते ही है, कोई भी इंडस्ट्री अगर खड़ी करनी है, कोई भी आपको बिजनेस शुरू करना है, या कोई भी छोटा मोटा बड़ा कोई भी बिजनेस शुरू करना है, तो फाइनेंस की जरूरत सबको लगती है. एंड फाइनेंस इज द बैकबोन ऑफ द इंडियन इंडस्ट्री. चंद्रकांत जी हमेशा कहते हैं कि एसएमई है तो बैंकिंग है, और बैंकिंग है तो एसएमई है. ये जो को रिलेशन है एसएमई और बैंकिंग का, वो बहुत बढ़िया है इंडिया में. एंड इंडिया जो लीडिंग बैंक है, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, दे आर विद अस टुडे. दे आर ऑलवेज giving a support to the SME sector for their developments, for their upbringing. According to the World Bank report, there are 60 to 70% SMEs are not utilizing the finance from the structured finance basically. यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा गैप हो रहा है फाइनेंस में, एंड बैंकिंग सेक्टर बहुत बड़ा ट्राई कर रहा है. दे आर विद अस हेल्पिंग द इंडस्ट्रीज सब्जेक्ट टू सम देयर रेगुलर नॉर्म्स. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट जूही मैडम to please address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. It is indeed a pleasure to be here amongst all of you and seeing so many SME sector people here. gives SBI at least the energy to carry forward. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Salunke for providing the opportunity to present the initiatives and the strategies and share with you whatever SBI is there for empowering the MSMEs in their endeavor to grow further. Micro, small and medium enterprises sector has emerged as a very strong, important sector of the Indian economy. Who else would be knowing that better than you? Its growth and development is closely interwoven with the mission of the country for becoming a major global economic power. The sector plays a major role in the economic and social development of the country by fostering entrepreneurship and generating employment opportunities through innovation, exports, and inclusive growth. MSMEs are widening their domain across sectors of economy, producing diverse range of products and services to meet not only the demand of the domestic market but also of the international market. They are the backbone of the Indian economy and contribute immensely to its growth. MSME units are run by hard-working entrepreneurs like you who take calculated risks and put them time and money to convert their dreams into reality. During this journey of growth that you undertake, you may need financial assistance to expand further. We at SBI understand this requirement of the MSMEs very well, and we have always been willing to provide timely and adequate financial assistance to you. This is corroborated by the fact that the SME portfolio that SBI is handling as on 31/3/2022 is 2,73,936 crore, and we have over 16 lakh MSME customers onboarded to our SBI banks. So as you may be aware, SBI offers loans in various forms to its customer. The simplest form is the working capital loan for day-to-day activities that you carry on, and it is available in both rupee and foreign currency. Term loans for purchase of machineries, for setting up factories and warehouses, which is one of the prime thing that is known for, Bhiwandi is known for. Then letter of credit, we also give letter of credit for procuring raw materials, both inland and foreign, in foreign countries. Bank guarantees for placing loans and procuring orders. We also finance against the stocks kept in the warehouses in the form of WHR financing. All these have been available to our customers since long, and I'm sure most of you would be aware about it. However, we have also been since long kept your requirements and convenience. Whenever we are planning, the sphere of planning, you are in the center of that. We have always endeavored to provide you best of the practices in a transparent and efficient manner. We have also leveraged technology to save you your valuable time through hassle-free processes. Mr. Salunke was just mentioning about the technology, so I'll take you briefly about what we are doing on this front. One of such initiatives has been that we have moved from balance sheet based financing now to cash flow based financing, and that too being contactless. Under this initiative, you only need to visit the branch once and present to sign the documents. Rest all the stages of getting a loan from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 5 crore. It is a simple process. It is through a digital. You need to log in on to psbloanin59minutes.com. Besides, we are also trying to see that this journey soon will provide you an assisted digital journey whereby loan up to 50 crores can be sanctioned to you without visiting the branch. So you will have the ease and convenience of applying for a loan from the comfort of your office or home. All that you need to do is provide us with your GST and income tax returns. The system validates your returns, and it is the business rule engine that decides and in principle approves the eligible loan amount. Throughout the process, you will remain updated through text messages about the flow of your loan application. So it is going to be that simple. We shall be removing the requirement of physical documentation very soon, and we'll be introducing an e-documentation process whereby it would be an OTP based transaction. With this future initiative, you may not visit the SBI branch as well. So it can be done online entire thing can be done on an online platform. There may be some of you who may not be requiring loans at present, but doing business with your own funds. So for this, SBI has introduced pre-approved business loans with a present maximum limit of rupees 10 lakhs for any rainy days that you may face during your ventures. So this loan is available to our current account customers who are registered on the YONO app. The system evaluates your eligibilities and shows the availability in the app itself. All that is required is an acceptance on the app and subsequent signing of simple documents at the branch. So I don't know whether you people are aware of this facility. I thought I will make this known to you. You just need to open a current account with us and we'll provide you with this facility. Further, in order to enhance your liquidity, we have introduced the vendor finance scheme, under which you can get your supply bills to pre-approved industry major discounted, which is in addition to the already available trades facility that we have. In the area of foreign trade, as many of you are exporters as well, we have already introduced T-bill linked interest rate, which is very low in comparison to the normal interest rate, and with reintroduction of interest rate equalization scheme, it may also go to negative. A detailed presentation would be made by my team when they'll explain exactly how it works. We also have also initiated improvement in operational processes. Submission of stock statements have been made digitized. So no more need to send one person, employ one person to prepare your stock statement and submit it to the branch. It is all digitized now. This is also through online mode, thereby completely eliminating any physical movement that you may need to face. We are also going to modify the present periodicity of monthly submission of stock statement according to the financial health of the unit, wherein high-rated unit will not be required to submit their stock statements every month. So this is a further simplification of the processes that we are following currently. The requirement may be of quarterly submission, or even in case of very healthy units, we'll have a 6 monthly submission of stock statement. 2 specific cells have also been established for faster processing of the loans. Supply chain finance unit and has been established centralized processing of dealer finance and vendor finance proposals. So it is all centralized. You just need to give your applications and the centralized unit will take care of your processes. SME CPC has been established for centralized processing of loan proposals of more than 10 crores. So if your requirement is more than 10 crores, there is a specialized unit looking after that. For smaller value loans, that is loans up to 50 lakhs, we are having 5 SME CCs and 2 RA SME CCs. So here, these are specialized outfits, and if your loan requirement is less, these are the processing units that will take care of your loan requirement here. We have also set up a Surya Shakti cell, which provides financial assistance for setting up solar power up for 1 megawatt under arrangement with Tata Powers. This I don't know how many of you know about it. This is another initiative this is a green energy initiative, and you can take benefit of that. So there is a specialized processing unit where all the processing takes place. Now, for export-oriented units, the existing trade finance cells are being revamped, and we have already established global trade finance cell, which works from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. to take care of all your financial needs, and we would be rolling it out in Mumbai very soon. We have also introduced YONO Business App web page, which is available with a simple and unified login process under which various facilities like CINB, CMP, supply chain finance, e-forex, e-trade, online exchange rate booking, issuance of import LC, everything is available online to you. The app also provides tracking facilities and chat facilities. For providing foreign exchange management to our customers, we have a dedicated treasury team which takes care of all your export needs. This is what I just told you is a bird's eye view of what we are doing at SBI. Because there is a time constraint, I have been given a 10-minute slot. So I'll stop here. My team is here, Mr. Uttam Verma, who is the TGM in our local head office. He will take you through a detailed presentation during the later part of the evening. So all the best to all of you for your future business endeavors, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the elaborative your speech and giving the more information about the SBI's various schemes. मेरे ख्याल से अगर ऐसे ही बैंक्स आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे, जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स है उनके साथ में मेरे ख्याल से भी PSU बैंक्स भी बहुत सारा कॉम्पीट करने लगे हैं. So it is a good initiative and good support provided by the PSU banks, especially State Bank of India. Our next speaker is Mr. Varun Tandon. He is from Onsurity Technologies.
Thank SME Sector of India for welcoming us over here. I would like to speak about Onsurity. Onsurity is a 2-year-old health tech startup. Our mission is to democratize healthcare in India. I've just made a small presentation to walk you all through, which will give you all a better idea what exactly Onsurity does. We are actually on a mission to provide affordable and high quality healthcare to empower SMEs and attract and retain talent, which generally happens through a bigger organization where they are able to provide healthcare to the employees. That really helps them attract and retain talent, which SMEs find it very difficult. At the same time, they have to give a lot of medical loan when there is no proper healthcare in place. You give it to one person, you have to give it to the other person at the same time then. We are India's first to do a digital monthly subscription based model. You don't have to pay upfront, which leads to a major cash block for many SMEs. And cash block generally is a major issue in the industry. And it's a bundled healthcare product where there's doctor teleconsultation, discount on medicine, discount on diagnosis. We have group health insurance, group personal accidental, all clubbed into one membership, healthcare membership. So this was a basic missing middle which we look at SMEs, which is actually a missing middle in India. For the healthcare piece, for the lower segment, there is ICICI, which covers your 41% of the population, which is already taken care of. The top one is the higher management, where there is 9% of the population which is already taken care of. They have the brokers of the world, they have the providers of the world. What is really missing is the missing middle, which is the SME right now, which constitutes about 50% of the population. Where there are 63 million SMEs, which is 29%, which contributes to our GDP. And total have a workforce of 330 million people. And they are still not able to provide proper healthcare to them and their employees. So this is where we come in and we try to empower the SMEs. I'll talk about our founders. Our founder is Mr. Yogesh Agarwal. He's the world's youngest actuary. He was appointed actuary of Universal Sompo Shriram General Insurance. With him, our co-founder is Mr. Kulin Shah. He is a CEO also at the same time. He has always been throughout in the startup industry. His previous startup was also acquired by Mr. Kunal Shah at free charge. So we are a 2-year-old company. We have raised around $20 million till date. We are backed by Kona Capital, Nexus Venture, Whiteboard. So few of the angel investors who we have, Mr. Jitendra Gupta, Mr. Kunal Shah, they were our clients first. They liked the platform so much, they liked our product so much that they decided to become an angel investor with us. These are few awards and recognition we have gotten. We have tied up with BSc, MSc, Mr. Amit Thakur. We had a JV signing done at the Bombay Stock Exchange where we will be empaneled and BSc will help us promote to provide healthcare to all their SMEs listed with them. We have also won IAMAI award at the same time. We have announced the JV with Visa for all the SME base. So we have around 2,000 plus SMEs and more than 2 lakh members in the span of 2 years. To name a few marquee clients, we have Byju's, we have Dealshare, we have Jupiter, Vivo, PPS Bank, Aditya Birla Fashion Retail and Pantaloons. We have a JV with Visa as well. And these are few testimonials. Mr. Ankur Wariko was also a customer and he was very happy with the kind of change we have gotten in the healthcare scenario. So he has specifically tweeted about us also at the same time. Now I'll just come on the benefit side of it. How does it benefit everyone around here? So it's a single platform. You don't need to have different vendors for different platforms. Everything is under one umbrella, which has been given here. There is discount on medicines, lab tests, doctor teleconsultation, and offer for fitness and wellness programs also clubbed with your insurance piece. And you can also pay if for example, a company decides, okay, I just want to provide healthcare to my employee. The employee has the benefit to go and do a self-purchase for his family, spouse, children at a very discounted rate, even if the company is not providing the same. It is a completely tech-enabled platform. You will have everyone will have an app. Everything can be accessed through the app itself. We have a special, our USP is we have a team of good doctors. These are professional doctors who are on Surety's payroll. They help you end to end. If anything happens from admission to discharge to helping you processing of your claims, everything is taken care by them. And it's a healthcare membership which is for all, as there is no employer-employee relationship. It can be also transferred. You can provide it to your freelancers, consultant, interns, which are actually deprived of in the traditional market space. Benefits for employees in this piece is they can add their parents, in-laws and siblings. They also have an option to pay monthly instead of paying upfront for the same. Good doctor, as I mentioned, there is discount on medicines. There's a lot of offer of wellness and healthcare membership. The wellness benefit is also placed, which is a major part. We just don't want to be a single traditional piece where we just give you one product. We want to give a bundled product. So we do a lot of, there's pharmacy lab tests, there's eye tests, there's yoga at home, mental wellness. All of this will be utilized by the members itself in one single platform at a single subsidized rate. This is how the feature of our app looks, where people can easily add, see the benefits and the program. This is a dashboard which is given to the admin or HR, whoever will be the admin or HR, where he can easily see when his company can easily add and remove, no more to go back to someone, "Arey, please, new joining has come, please help us with that." Through a click of a button you can add, and through a click of a button you can remove. Yeah, that's it. That's on Surety in a nutshell.
Miss Manjusha Devre, she is from the DIC Thane.
Namaste, all of you. एक महाराष्ट्र शासनाची अतिशय महत्त्वाची स्कीम आहे मुख्यमंत्री रोजगार निर्मिती कार्यक्रम CMEGP. बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट स्कीम है CMEGP, चीफ मिनिस्टर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम. इसमें मैन्युफैक्चर बिजनेस के लिए 50 लाख तक लोन मिल सकता है और सर्विस एक्टिविटी के लिए 10 लाख. इसमें ये ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है CMEGP में कि मैन्युफैक्चर के लिए 50 लाख तक एप्लीकेशन कर सकते हैं आप, माइक्रो स्मॉल यूनिट, और सर्विस एक्टिविटी के लिए 10 लाख. इसमें एजुकेशन है आपको 10 से 25 लाख तक 7 आपका होना चाहिए 7 स्टैंडर्ड, और 25 to 50 लाख तक आपका 10 एजुकेशन होना चाहिए 10 पास का. और इसमें आपको न्यू बिजनेस के लिए है, ये स्कीम है न्यू बिजनेस के लिए, न्यू एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए. और इसमें आपको आप प्रोप्राइटरशिप में डाल सकते हैं, पार्टनरशिप में डाल सकते हैं, और SHG सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के लिए. इसके लिए आपको डॉक्यूमेंट लगने वाले हैं, पासपोर्ट साइज का आपका फ़ोटो, आधार कार्ड, आपका बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट, एजुकेशनल सर्टिफिकेट और प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट और अंडरटेकिंग है उसमें. ये ऑनलाइन स्कीम है आपकी. इसमें ये मैं आपको बताने के लिए अच्छा लग रहा है कि इसमें आप ये फॉर्म ये स्कैन करेंगे यहाँ, तो आपको एप्लीकेशन मिलेगा आपके फ़ोन पे, और उस पर आप एप्लीकेशन फिलअप कर सकते हैं. आपके मोबाइल पे भी एप्लीकेशन आपको फॉर्म मिलेगा, वो आप सब फिल करके भर सकते हैं ये स्कीम में. इसके डॉक्यूमेंट्स आपको बताया कि पासपोर्ट साइज फ़ोटो, आधार कार्ड, बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट और एजुकेशन सर्टिफिकेट, अंडरटेकिंग, प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट और पैन कार्ड. ये ज़रूरी है ये डॉक्यूमेंट्स ये स्कीम के लिए. और दूसरा एक स्कीम है PMEGP आपको सबको मालूम ही है, पंतप्रधान रोजगार निर्मिती कार्यक्रम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का है. इसमें खाली ये कि मैन्युफैक्चर के लिए 25 लाख का लिमिट है और सर्विस के लिए 10 लाख का लिमिट है. इसमें एजुकेशन आपको 8 स्टैंडर्ड तक चाहिए. इसमें एज का लिमिट है 18 ईयर्स का, आगे ये नहीं है. आपको 18 ईयर्स कितना भी हो तो आप एप्लीकेशन कर सकते हैं. अभी ये दो स्कीम हो गया CMEGP, ये दोनों ही ऑनलाइन स्कीम है. ऑनलाइन पोर्टल पे आप जाके फॉर्म भर सकते हैं. CMEGP का ये साल में बहुत टारगेट है, 950 बेनिफिशियरीज को लोन देना है ये साल में 2022-23 में. CMEGP में, इसलिए ये CMEGP स्कीम बहुत अच्छा है। तो आप जिसको स्मॉल क्वांटिटी में लोन चाहिए 50 लाख तक मैन्युफैक्चर में, तो ये स्कीम का सब लोग बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं CMEGP का। और अभी जो स्कीम है, जो पैकेज स्कीम है, तो अभी Bhiwandi जो है वो MMR में आ गया, इसलिए ये A जोन में है। Bhiwandi जो है C जोन आहे, पण MMR मध्ये असल्यामुळे आता A झोन मध्ये आहे ना तो। हाँ MMR पहले C नहीं MMRD ने हमें वो लेटर देके बोला है कि ये अभी पूरा भिवंडी जो तालुका है सब MMR में इंक्लूड होता है। हाँ 2019 के बाद, पहले वो C जोन में था, तब हम लोग पैकेज स्कीम में बेनिफिट दे रहे थे, स्टैम्प ड्यूटी दे रहे थे और जो स्कीम था वो सब दे रहे थे, पर अभी ये MMR में इंक्लूड हो गया, इसीलिए ये बेनिफिट्स नहीं दे रही। इसमें सिर्फ आपको एक 4.9 में 4.8 आया है जो टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेडेशन है, ये एक्सपेंशन यूनिट के लिए है, न्यू यूनिट के लिए नहीं, ओनली एक्सपेंशन यूनिट के लिए 5% टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेडेशन का आपको बेनिफिट मिल सकता है, मैक्सिमम 25 लाख जो एक्सपेंशन यूनिट है उनके लिए। ये MMR में इसलिए आया, इसलिए ये नहीं दे सकते। पहले C जोन में था तो हम लोग पैकेज स्कीम ऑफ इंसेंटिव दे रहे थे 2007 2013 स्टैम्प ड्यूटी। अभी भूमिवड़ में तो बहुत सारे यूनिट्स को स्टैम्प ड्यूटी दिया हुआ है, पर आगे का कुछ बेनिफिट नहीं दे रहे। इसका रीजन यही है कि ये MMR में इंक्लूड हो गया, इसलिए A जोन में आ रहा है। ठाणे जिले में सिर्फ अभी जो मुरबाड है वो B जोन में है और शाहपुर वाड़ा वो पालघर में आ गया सर। अभी थाना और पालघर डिवाइड हो गया ना, तो थाना में सिर्फ थाना, कल्याण, उल्लासनगर, अंबरनाथ, अभी भिवंडी भी A जोन में आ गया और मुरबाड जो है वो B जोन में है और शाहपुर C जोन में। अभी पैकेज स्कीम ऑफ 2090 के हिसाब से B जोन को 30% बेनिफिट है और C जोन को 40% बेनिफिट है, जो उन्होंने जो इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, लैंड और जो अदर इन्वेस्टमेंट है उसके हिसाब से B जोन में 30% और C जोन में 40% इतना बेनिफिट उसमें मिल सकता है। ये सब स्कीम है DIC का। और आपको कुछ इसमें कुछ डाउट होगा CMEGP PMEGP तो आप बता सकते हैं। और हमारा एक DIC का स्कीम है बीज भांडवल करके, वो 25 लाख तक है, उसमें हम लोग मैन्युफैक्चर, सर्विस और ट्रेडिंग को भी लोन दे सकते हैं, जो हम PMEGP में नहीं दे रहे हैं और CMEGP में नहीं दे। ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटी है, बीज भांडवल में दे, ये ऑफलाइन है, ऑफलाइन आपको एप्लीकेशन करना पड़ेगा उसका। और ये जो दो स्कीम है वो सब्सिडी का स्कीम है, उसमें अर्बन को 25% और ग्रामीण को 35% सब्सिडी दे सकते हैं। जो कैटेगरी में आएंगे उसके हिसाब से आपको सब्सिडी मिलेगा और उसमें बैंक का लोन, सब्सिडी और आपका कुछ 5% और 10% आपको खुद को उसमें भरना है। ये हिसाब से वो स्कीम का बेनिफिट आपको मिलेगा।
I'll invite Mr. Uttam Verma ji. He is a DGM SME BU, Mumbai LHO, State Bank of India, and he will do the detailed presentation about the State Bank of India's initiatives, what are their plans, what are their schemes, and how they are helping industry to move ahead. So over to Mr. Uttam Verma ji.
Thank you, Mahesh, for my introduction. I am Uttam Verma, looking after SME vertical, SME business of the State Bank of India for Mumbai and its nearby areas. Today, as we have been told, to provide you with the strategies and initiatives which we are coming up with, because as of present, as it is now, banking finance is vanilla product. Almost all public sector banks and private sector banks provide you finance in similar manners. So let us go through the journey. Let's see. Although I have number of slides, I would stay at some and may skip others. But if you have any further query on that, we can further deliberate on that particular slide also. First of all, I and State Bank of India also, we bankers acknowledge your importance in the economy. We acknowledge the importance of MSME sector with 63% or more like that million units you have pan India contributing to the GDP as a whole, employment giving to 111 million like that. We appreciate that, and we are always endeavoring, we are always trying to provide our banking services in a much better manner, taking feedback back from you and improving our services. Over a period of 200 odd years of the State Bank of India, we have evolved to a great extent. SME business, what is required? First of all, we require, or business require entrepreneurship, a person who is ready to take risk. That is you all. People with talent, people with having workforce to do something, to take risks. Then there are policies given by government. And then the third step is requirement of financial assistance. And there where SBI comes. To give an overview, we have 24,000 plus branches pan India. 10,000 plus dedicated sales teams. When I say dedicated sales teams, means persons engaged for servicing SME business only. As ma'am has already told us, 20 lakh plus MSME units we are proud to serve. For Mumbai Metro, this is the circle which is known as, we are providing services through our 19 SME intensive branches. Here SME intensive branches mean branches which only cater to SME business. There is no retail business available like home loan and car loan. Besides that, we have smaller outfits where we provide loans up to 50 lakhs in the form of SMEs and two hybrid model, GasMix, where we provide retail and SME business also. Recently, we have set up a CFU, that is supply chain finance in itself, where all the proposals related to dealer financing and vendor financing are processed. The purpose, the aim was to reduce the turnaround time in appraising and sanctioning of proposals. And I am proud to announce that in some of the proposals, we are taking only 1 to 2 days in getting it appraised and sanctioned. And further to streamline, to eliminate the delays, we have set up a SME cell also, CPC cell, where we process loans more than 10 crore rupees. And as already told to all of you, we have also set up a Surya Shakti cell, where proposals for financing solar plants are being processed. Presently, we are having arrangement with Tata Power to provide the technology and the plants. All this business is handled by 55 qualified personnel SBI officers in Mumbai Metro. We call them relationship manager, and they are truly relationship manager. Any problem you are having, you can contact them. They will assist you in your journey of business. All those RMSMEs are controlled by 3 HMSMEs, and those 3 HMSMEs are further looked after by the circle. As I was speaking about, this is the traditional, what you are looking at in the slide. This is traditional banking facility available to MSME customers. We have working capital, term loans, vendor finance. Vendor finance is a facility where you can get your supply bill discounted. And of course there is a charge for that. You can get, say you are supplying to a big industry, say Jindal or say CG power you are supplying to them, and your payment term to with them is for 90 days. If you wish, you can discount your bills with us, and the credit will go to your account immediately. We will recover the money from industry major later on when the due date is there. Similarly, we have dealer finance. That is, we provide finance to dealers for doing the business of certain industry majors. Mostly in the auto segment, we are having arrangement with Maruti, Tata, Hyundai. Then there are cement manufacturers. All their distributors and dealers are financed under this scheme. Retailer finance, export finance, of course it's a vanilla product. Fleet finance, we provide financing for purchase of vehicles in case of commercial use. We do have warehouse finance, not only for construction of warehouse, but also we finance through WHR receipt. If you are having surplus stock which you want to sell later on, and you want to monetize that stock because you have already invested your money in that, you can avail credit facility against the receipt of the warehouse. We find it, and equipment, asset back loans, all these are very old products available in the market. The State Bank now is moving to sector specific. We are trying to develop products for a specific sector because the demand or requirements of different sectors may be different. To make it understand how we assess the requirements, we'll look on certain areas: credit history, purpose of the loan, financial health of the borrower, requirement, what is the requirement, how the unit is going to service the loan, what is the security being offered against the finance being taken, and of course GST number. It is mandatory now for units doing turnover of more than 20 lakhs, and it also gives certain benefits to MSME units. This is a well-known fact. Sometimes there are questions: how do we understand what is the strength of balance sheet? Just to give a glimpse of that, balance sheet financing. These are three areas. I will not go to that. I will try to ask you to look at this. These are the financial parameters which bankers look into: current ratio, TLTNW, like what is your liability and what is your equity therein, how much your long-term debt and what the interest, what profit you are getting, how much your ratio of interest, how you can cover your interest. These are certain parameters. And as far as collaterals are concerned, banks do look for collateral, but when there is no collateral available to a unit, which may be a new unit, Government of India has given us a scheme of CGTSME where collateral free loan is available up to 1 crore for up to 1 crore for trades and 2 crores for manufacturing, subject to payment of certain fees, of course. These are the schemes. I will skip to and I will straightforward come to this portion. We were talking about interest rate, export finance. SBI has started giving export finance, treasury linked, T-bill linked interest rate, which is presently is as low as 3.25%. Of course, the AA rated units is 0.25% lesser, 3.25% for MSME. If you are into export business, you can avail this finance and use this low rate of interest. It goes negative when we book our forex forward booking. If we do, it certainly goes negative. It means you will be getting something instead of paying it. So what we are offering in export finance, we have pre-shipment credit, post-shipment credit, we do bill discounting, we provide buyer's credit. You are importing raw materials, if you are importing machineries, we do take care of your forex, we can go do for you spot transactions, forward contracts. In rupee market, of course, there are certain areas, and we also have dedicated team known as RTMU, a treasury team, which provides you guidance on hedging your forex exposure. That is important, keeping in view the fluctuation in global market and foreign exchange rates. You can utilize this facility also. Forwards, options, hedging strategies available. And this is what we have come through in the digital front. We have got Yono app, which is we call omni-channel. Omni-channel means you can operate it in your mobile phone, whether it is Android or Apple. You can do it on your laptop, and you can also, my branches can also access this. Presently for MSME customers, we are providing a single sign-on facility, and through that sign-on facility you can log into cash management products, you can log into corporate internet banking products, you can log into forex retail, you can log into e-trade. There are various facilities available in this single app, and you can do your transactions without any hassle through it. So just some definitions, what is CINB, CLP, SCF, e-trade. There is FX retail available also, where you can yourself book your exchange rates on delivery basis. E-forex facility we are providing. This is the number of our RTMU team. Anybody interested in doing understanding hedging or forward contracts, or looking for help in availing export finance, either in Indian rupee or foreign currency, then they can contact this team. And this is the contact number of my whole team, right from Mr. Ashish Singh is in South Mumbai, Mr. Uday Vishwas looking after West Mumbai area, Mr. Dheeraj Manchanda is present here, he is looking after Thane area, Mr. Mukesh Parekh is looking after East Mumbai area, and AGM RTMU, of course, Mr. Ambika Prashad. I will stop my presentation here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Next speaker is from the ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, Ms. Yukti Gala.
My name is Yukti Gala, and I am a certified financial planner. I am here representing ICICI Prudential AMC. So what am I doing here exactly? I am here to discuss a little different topic to altogether what you all were discussing till now. Just to give a little disclaimer there. So here we all present here are from different sectors. If anyone would want to please specify from which sector you are. Yes?
Logistics.
Logistics. Anybody else?
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing, okay. Anyone else?
Food processing.
Food processing. So I see we all are from different segments, different industries, different sectors. But there's one thing which is very common that all of us want to head towards. Anyone? Please, guys, be free to, revert. Yes? Anybody?
Creating wealth.
Creating wealth, right. So that's apt. Creating wealth is something that I think all of us are, directing towards. Right? That's one destiny that I think everybody has. Yes?
Yes.
No, anybody who does not want wealth? Anyone who does not want wealth can please raise their hands. Yeah. So of course everybody here wants to create wealth, right? So for creating wealth, what are we doing? We are obviously working very hard in our lives. We are trying to earn a lot of money by, putting ourselves, every day, every morning, getting up and of course working really hard. But whatever we are earning, what are we doing about that income? Of course, by the name, you would have already assumed that I'm here to talk something related to investments. So yes, I am. But I am not here to sell anything, to be very clear in the first place. So speaking about investments, right? In order to create wealth, there's something called as investments which we must do, and I'm sure you all would already be doing it, right? Are you all investing already? Except for your business, also you all are investing in other places, right? Where are you all investing?
Gold.
Share market?
Share market, capital market.
Capital market comes in, I mean, there's debt as well and shares as well, okay? I see mutual funds. Anybody else?
Gold.
Yes?
Gold.
Gold, yes. Okay, so there are various asset classes where we are trying and investing our money, which is really great. But there are a couple of common mistakes that all of us tend to do, right? So I'm here to discuss about some of them. Of course, in a 15-minute span, I will be able to talk really limited. So I'll come to the point. The very first mistake I would say is ideally we try and invest a lot in only one particular sector or one particular segment, right? Which is my favorite or which is maybe traditionally followed, correct? Maybe gold or maybe let's say real estate. There is one segment wherein I'll invest a lot of my money and maybe in the other segments I'll try and invest a little bit, right? Howsoever I am comfortable. So that is one very common mistake that everybody does. Rather, there is an approach which is, of course, an old approach, but now it has really become very popular, and that is nothing but asset allocation using, I mean, diversification using asset allocation. So what is diversification? If anybody could please help me here.
You have to invest in different models.
Investing in different areas that you do in your business as well, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, and a yes or a no, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So we invest in various segments when it comes to business. At the same time, why don't we do that with our wealth too? So we should try and invest in various segments, like the common saying says, do not invest all your eggs in one basket. Now what does that simple saying mean? Do not just invest in one simple segment, right? Because we've seen so many cases where, let's say for example, a share, a company, you invest in one or two companies, there's high chance that you might lose wealth, right? But let's say if you're investing at the same time in around 25, 30, 40 companies, your wealth has been split in various companies, which is definitely going to help you reduce your risk, right? So that is one very common mistake that I would say people tend to do. So we should try and use asset allocation. Now, do we have that kind of time that every day I'll sit and I'll check which asset should I invest in today? How much should I invest in which particular asset? Do we have that kind of time? Of course, we have our own businesses to handle and socializing as well. So, of course, we should try and approach somebody who's an expert in that area. So what we can do is rather, we can consider mutual fund a scheme, right? Of course, there are n number of schemes which I will not be able to discuss right now. But overall, giving you an overview, mutual fund is going to invest your money in various segments. It's not only going to invest in shares. It's going to invest into 25 to 30 to 40 companies. Right? At the same time, it will not only invest in shares, but where else? It will also invest in gold. It will invest in real estate. It will invest in debt. Right? So there are various segments or asset classes, the right word is, where mutual fund is going to invest your money. So that one common mistake is really going to help you reduce a lot of your risk. How many people think that investing in share market is risky? Nobody? You all can just raise your hands, please.
This is everywhere, either this side or that side.
Yeah, so it is either this side or that side, that's right. So that happens when? That happens when you are investing, you know, when your focus is limited. When you are investing in, let's say, multiple companies, of course, एक साथ सारी कंपनियां बंद नहीं हो जाने वाली हैं. So of course there are a lot of opportunities which an expert will realize as to when and where to invest your money. So that is what mutual fund does for you. That's one very important thing. The second mistake I would say is investing, or rather just moving towards a direction where we don't know what is the end. We want to become wealthy. Wealth creation is my goal, right? I can see a lot of men in the meeting room. So a very common example is what I would say. When you are playing football, if you don't know where your goalpost is, where do I hit that ball, right? So at the same time, when you don't know what is your goal, that what you're investing for, how are you going to decide how much do I invest? Where do I invest, right? These two questions are very important to create wealth. So in the first place, your goal should be very clear as to, let's say for example, my goal is retirement. Let's say for example, my goal is education of my child. Let's say it's my own marriage or my child's marriage. Whatsoever your goal is, buying a house, buying a farmhouse, going for a world tour, whatever your goal is, you should try and map that particular goal to your investment. And why so? I think everybody knows the situation of pandemic has really been bad for a lot of people who lost their jobs, right? Now the people who lost their jobs, if they had invested, for example, in a liquid fund, or in any kind of a mutual fund which is very liquid, which you can withdraw whenever you want to, right? Of course, depending on the market condition and hours. So whenever you want to, that particular person could have used that money in his emergency. At the same time, businessmen, all of you all are businessmen and women here. So I would like to give you one more input, which is when you all are trying to invest your money, of course individually as well as at a company's level. So at a company's level, you all can choose a lot of funds which are for a very short period, which will give you really good returns or interest, termed as overnight funds, if you all are not aware. So this is the second mistake, which is not having a goal in mind and moving towards one direction, correct? So let's have a goal in mind and try and invest our money. That's going to help us not to break that particular kitty unless the goal arises, right? And one last but very important thing is estate planning. Now, like I said, retirement planning in the first place. So if you all are going to retire in near future, how are you going to suffice all your expense needs? So mutual fund is helping you with something called a systematic withdrawal plan, wherein when you invest your money, okay, you invested it for a couple of years, after a certain period, it is going to help you make some withdrawals. You just have to fill one form, do one sign, that is it. And automatically money will keep coming in your bank account, right? So that is really amazing for people who are planning for your retirement. The next is estate planning, right, I said. So estate planning is something which is nothing but when you're trying to transfer your wealth to your future generation, right? When you're trying to transfer your wealth to your future generation means what all assets you've accumulated till now. I mean, after my demise, what is going to happen to my money? Yes? It has to go to somebody, right? I can't just keep it lying somewhere. It has to go to somebody, that is for my family. So how do I try and transfer to them? So there are multiple opportunities that help you do your estate planning. One of the very important out of them is creating a trust and investing in mutual funds via a trust. Right now, how does that help you? So everybody knows, it's very important to ring fence your wealth when it comes to creditors coming to ask for money. If somebody becomes insolvent at a point of time, the court is going to freeze all your assets, right? It's going to sell all your assets and then is going to try and pay the creditors first. So at that time, how is my family going to, survive? Or how is my family not going to affect? So it's really simple. If you have a trust in place, of course, there's a certain criteria for that, a certain type of trust, which will help you to not let your money attach to the court, right? So that money could not really be touched by the court, okay? When I say trust, not any trust. Of course, there are particulars in that. There are certain type of trusts that you have to create for it, okay? One last but very interesting topic I think which would be really interesting for you all is tax. Are we really happy to pay our taxes every time that we have to pay it? Yes?
No.
Yes? Yes, right. So, of course, tax planning is something which is really important. So, what are we doing for tax planning at an individual level? Yes?
Taking loan.
Sorry? Loans. Yes, that's right. Loans help you. What else?
security, public provident fund,
Provident fund, securities, etc. Right?
bonds.
There are bonds as well. Yes. There's FD as well, of course. There's something which is again mutual fund. That's my topic, so of course I'm gonna come to that at the end. ELSS, Equity Linked Savings Scheme, that helps you save money at the same time create great returns. That is, you could expect. Of course, I'm not here to give you or deliver anything, but that could give you really good returns with a very less lock-in period of only 3 years, right? And at the same time, you can get a tax benefit under Section 80C. The tax benefit is of about 1,50,000, maximum 1,50,000. All your loan and PPF, of course, is inclusive of that. Okay. So again, that is one last thing that I would want to share. That is it. I am done delivering from my end. There are certain slides that I am running here, and I would not really want to bore you all by just reading them through. You all can, of course, view them and see what is displayed there. So that is it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Friends, whenever we are doing the business, we should have the healthy environment to do the business. So it may be a place, ease of doing business, what are the government's one window system, logistics, infrastructures. All these things are needed to do the good business and good environment to do the business. So we have here today Mr. Prakash Patel with us. I invite him to talk on the how this Bhiwandi is coming up very well, by the way of logistic, by the way of the infrastructure, comparing to the other industrial parks, as well as how this will be beneficial to the small industries to have their units in this industrial park, how they are going benefited. So I'll invite Mr. Prakash Patel to just elaborate on this.
Thank you, Mahesh bhai, for giving us the opportunity to present as a plug-and-play industrial park in India. बहुत जन ने पूछा कि प्लग एंड प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क बनाना शुरू कैसे किया, वो क्या थॉट प्रोसेस था जिससे आपने रेडीमेड यूनिट्स बनाना शुरू किया। तो मैं आपके जैसा एक ऐसे भी हूँ, मैं ग्लास का बिजनेस चलाता था पहले, ग्लास का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग था हमारा, जगह ढूंढते ढूंढते थक गया, MIDC रबा ले गया, मापे में गया, वागले स्टेट गया, वो इतना प्राइस महंगा था और उतना MIDC में जो ट्रांसफर चार्ज लगता है जितना रुपये का लैंड था। और वो करते करते मैं भिवंडी पहुंचा, भिवंडी में लैंड लिया, खुद का फैक्ट्री बनाना शुरू किया। फैक्ट्री बना तब तक वो प्रोडक्ट ही खत्म हो गया था। तो वो आइडिया ऐसा था कि हमारे जैसे तो ऐसे बहुत जन रहेंगे जो जिसको आज इनोवेटिव आइडिया है, आज अपॉर्चुनिटी है, आज ऑर्डर्स है, उसको आज ही फैक्ट्री शुरू करना है। तो वैसे बहुत जन सोचा कि ऐसे बहुत जन रहेंगे जिसको फैक्ट्री का अपॉर्चुनिटी आज है, उसको आज ही शुरू करना है, तो क्या कर सकता है? वो MIDC के पास जाएगा, लैंड खरीदेगा, प्लान पास करेगा, खुद का कंस्ट्रक्शन करेगा, 15-20 परमिशंस लगती है फैक्ट्री शुरू करने के लिए, वो लेके आएगा, तब तक तो उसका प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल खत्म हो जाएगा। तो वो बेस पे जो है हमने सोचा कि क्यों नहीं हम रेडीमेड प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क बनाएं, जिसके अंदर सब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वाले लोग को जगह दें, जो आज उसको आइडिया है वो 2-3 महीने में इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके और फैक्ट्री शुरू कर सके ईजी वे से, और वो कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव होना चाहिए। तो वो तरीके से 2009 में शुरू किया हमने। और यहाँ पर भिवंडी में पहले मैक्सिमम जो है वो 99 या 100% आप बोल सको वेयर हाउसिंग सेक्टर था। भिवंडी सबसे बड़ा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन हब और वेयर हाउसिंग के लिए बहुत माना जाता था। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए कम था, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सोचते थे लोग कि लेबर कैसे आएगा, यहाँ पर जो है वो एक अच्छे टेक्नीशियंस कैसे मिलेंगे, वो सब बहुत सारा डाउटफुल था 2009 में। हमने धीरे धीरे करके शुरू किया प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क बनाना। उसमें जो SME होने के कारण जो प्रॉब्लम्स हमको खुद को फेस हो रही थी, उसको कैसे रिजॉल्व किया जाए, वैसे करके प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क बनना शुरू किया। हमने सोचा कि बहुत सारे SME जो है वो अपना खुद का प्रोडक्ट खुद फिनिश नहीं करते हैं। जैसे रेडीमेड गारमेंट्स है, तो एक जन वो सप्लाई करता है गारमेंट में, क्लोथ सप्लाई करता है, एक बटन बनाता है, एक धागा बनाता है, एक पैड बनाता है, एक बटन के बाद जो है एक टैग बनाता है, एक जो है वो पैक करने के लिए प्लास्टिक का रैपर लेता है, एक बॉक्स बनाता है, फिर उसका प्रोडक्ट कंप्लीट होता है। तो ये इकोसिस्टम जो है वो आजू बाजू में होना ज़रूरी है, जिससे उसका प्रोडक्ट जो है वो फास्ट जल्दी बन सके, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव हो जाए। उसके लिए वो सॉल्यूशन इकोसिस्टम का हमने शुरू किया और हम लोग एक एक सेगमेंट को लेके आए, जैसे प्रिंटिंग है, प्लास्टिक है, इंजीनियरिंग है, रेडीमेड गारमेंट्स है, फूड है, फार्मा है, गोल्ड ज्वेलरी है, फर्नीचर है, फर्निशिंग है, ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री है। स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री है ना, वो समझो 10 प्रोडक्ट एक कंप्लीट करने के लिए 10 प्रोसेस लगता है, उसमें से शायद एक SME 2 प्रोसेस करता है, दूसरा SME दूसरा करता है। जैसे प्रिंटिंग में आप देखो तो एक जन जो है वो पेपर सप्लाई करता है, एक जन इंक सप्लाई करता है, एक जन प्लेट बनाता है CTV, एक जन ऑफसेट करता है, एक जन बाइंडिंग करता है, एक जन उसका प्रोडक्ट फिनिश होने के बाद पैकेजिंग करता है। तो ये सब प्रोडक्ट इंडिविजुअल आदमी इंडिविजुअल चीज़ करता है। प्लास्टिक के अंदर देखोगे तो आप बिस्लरी का बॉटल है, उसमें एक जन पैड बनाता है, एक जन मोल्ड बनाता है उसका, एक जन स्टिकर बनाता है, एक जन कैप बनाता है। वो बैग वो पूरा बनने के बाद एक कॉर्रुगेटेड बॉक्स लगता है जिसको वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करेगा। तो ये सब चीज़ का प्रोसेस जो है वो इंडिविजुअल एक आदमी खुद नहीं करता है, वो सब आजू बाजू में लोग रहेंगे, इकोसिस्टम बनेगा तो ही होगा। इंडिया बहुत टाइम से पीछे क्यों था? कि इंडिया है ना वो डिलीवरी में जो है बहुत लेट था। आज जो है कोई भी गारमेंट फिनिश करना है तो आज देखा जाएगा तो जर्मनी सबसे आगे है, फिर चाइना है, फिर बांग्लादेश है, फिर शायद इंडिया है, क्योंकि वो प्रोडक्ट टाइम पे और जल्दी टाइम पे पूरा कर नहीं पा रहा है सर। एज ए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाइज जो है इंडिया के अंदर बहुत सारा पहले प्रॉब्लम था, अभी धीरे धीरे सब इम्प्रूव हो रहा है। हम लोग गवर्नमेंट को इनिशिएटिव कर रहे हैं, हमने मेक इन इंडिया में पार्टिसिपेट किया था 2014 में। हम बहुत सारे फॉरेनर जो इंडस्ट्री है जिसको यहाँ पर आना है, जो अभी जो है बाहर कंट्री में ऑलरेडी फैक्ट्री में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हैं, उनको यहाँ उनका मेजॉरिटी मार्केट इंडिया था, इंडिया आने चाहते थे, लेकिन वो जो है कई जितनी लार्ज इंडस्ट्री है उसको आप देखोगे तो गवर्नमेंट रेड कार्पेट देती है, ICICI है, किया मोटर है, वो सब। लेकिन जो छोटे छोटे इंडस्ट्री है जिसकी रिक्वायरमेंट 5 से 10 हज़ार फुट है वो पहुँच ही नहीं सकते गवर्नमेंट। इंडियन आदमी नहीं पहुँच सकता, तो फॉरेनर तो बहुत दूर की बात है। तो हमने 2014 में 350 फॉरेन की फैक्ट्री वहाँ जाके उनको कन्विंस करके यहाँ पर लेके आए, जो खुद ही एंटरप्रेन्योरली प्रोप्राइटरशिप वाइज उन्होंने यहाँ पर आके फैक्ट्री शुरू की है, जो सब 18 अलग अलग सेगमेंट से है। और जो इन्होंने मुझे बहुत अच्छा टॉपिक दिया है कि क्यों आपको इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क के अंदर रहना चाहिए। ऐसे आज अतुल भाई जो है हमारे यहाँ पर प्लास्टिक का शीट्स बनाते, उनका शीट जो है वो आप देखोगे तो जितने भी पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के जो शीट्स होते हैं, शील्ड पहले जो लकड़े के आते थे, अभी इनके प्लास्टिक के आते हैं। आपकी LED लाइट्स के जितने भी पैनल्स है, फ्रंट पैनल्स, वो सब अभी प्लास्टिक के यूज़ होते हैं, पहले ग्लास का यूज़ होता था। तो ये सब जो इम्प्रूवमेंट आते गया, और उनको आइडिया था कि मुझे 2 महीने में फैक्ट्री शुरू करना है। मैं उनको बोला हमारे पास यूनिट रेडी है, आप आ जाओ, 2 महीने में शुरू कर दो। जब तक उनका मशीनरी नहीं आया था यहाँ पर, उसके पहले हमने यूनिट दे दिया था। तो उसके बाद आप देखोगे तो लॉकडाउन आ गया। नायका जो है वो हमारा क्लाइंट है, नायका ने शुरू किया था 20,000 स्क्वायर फीट से, लॉकडाउन के शुरू होने के 3-4 महीने पहले। फिर लॉकडाउन में उसको बहुत अच्छा एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिला, अच्छा ग्रोथ मिला। हम उसको लॉकडाउन में 1,50,000 स्क्वायर फीट का डिलीवरी दिया था। ये सब पॉसिबल क्यों हुआ उसको ग्रो करने के लिए? क्योंकि हम उसको जगह दे पाए, रेडीमेड जगह दे पाए, जिससे उसको बाकी या कुछ परमिशंस का, कंस्ट्रक्शन का कुछ हेजल नहीं। वैसे बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री जो है वो हमारे यहाँ पर आई, जो अभी फूड इंडस्ट्री में आप देखोगे तो फूड इंडस्ट्री में जितने भी फूड इंडस्ट्री, पैकेज फूड इंडस्ट्री वाले बहुत यहाँ पर है। जो पैकेज फूड में यहाँ पर पैकेजिंग के लिए चीज़ लगता है वो मिलता है, रॉ मटेरियल वहाँ पर मिलता है। हमारे यहाँ पर लैब है, जो कुछ को फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट बनाता है, वो लैब में जाके टेस्टिंग कर सकते हैं, अपना प्रोडक्ट सर्टिफिकेशन ले सकते हैं। तो ये सब चीज़ इकोसिस्टम के अंदर है, इसके लिए वो पॉसिबल है। इधर आज क्या होता है, एक चीज़ आप 10 किलोमीटर दूर से आप लेके आइए, दूसरा चीज़ और एक 5 किलोमीटर दूर से लेके आइए, प्रोडक्ट कंप्लीट करने को टाइम मिल जाता है, और वो प्रोडक्ट जो है वो आपका एक्सेप्ट नहीं होता है जो वेंडर को या जो मल्टीनेशनल को आप सप्लाई करते हैं। तो SME का जो है स्ट्रगल स्टोरी बहुत है। वो खुद प्रोप्राइटरशिप होता है, तो वो खुद ही अपना फैक्ट्री बनाने जाएगा, क्योंकि वो खुद ही अपनी इंडस्ट्री का CEO होता है, खुद ही अपनी इंडस्ट्री का अकाउंटेंट होता है, खुद ही अपनी इंडस्ट्री का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हेड होता है, खुद ही अपनी इंडस्ट्री का सब कुछ संभालता है। तो उसके पास टाइम नहीं होता है कि एक्सपेंशन के बारे में सोच सके वो। और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में फैक्ट्री खुद खड़ा करना वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट टास्क है। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के अंदर सब इतने सारे नॉर्म्स है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में इतने नॉर्म्स है, तो नॉर्म्स कंप्लीट करते उसको पहले पता ही नहीं होता कि इतने नॉर्म्स लगते हैं कैसे। तो वो सब चीज़ का जो स्ट्रगल है वो हमने दूर किया। लॉकडाउन में हमने ये भी सोचा कि हम ऐसा एक हम लोग खाली यूनिट नहीं सेल करते, यूनिट के साथ में उनको लोन चाहिए वो लोन प्रोवाइड करते हैं। उनको बहुत सारे यूनिट जो है वो 2000 स्क्वायर फीट से लेके 10,000 स्क्वायर फीट में आते हैं, तो उसका लेआउटिंग जो है ना, लीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जिसको बोलते हैं, वो कर नहीं पाते, तो हम उनको पूरा लेआउटिंग करके देते हैं। भाई आपका फ्लो ऐसा होगा तो आप 100% प्रोडक्शन एफिशिएंट कर सकते हो अपनी फैक्ट्री को। उसके बाद उनको हमने बहुत जन को बोलता है कि वो प्रोडक्शन में इतनी बिजी है कि वो ई कॉमर्स में सेल नहीं कर सकते, तो हमने उनके लिए एक टीम बना के दिया कि जो उनका प्रोडक्ट ई कॉमर्स तक सेल कर सकते हैं। बहुत जन जो है वो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर पाते, उसको एक्सपोर्ट का आइडिया नहीं है, मार्केट नहीं पता है, उनको एक्सपोर्ट करके देना। हमारे यहाँ पर से 2 फैक्ट्री ऐसी है जो IPO तक चली गई, फोकस लाइट्स करके जो BSE में स्मॉल स्केल में जो है वो IPO तक उनको हमने पहुँचाया। वैसे बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री है धीरे धीरे अभी, और वो केक्स जो है वो पहले 2000 स्क्वायर फीट में आया था, आज की तारीख में वो 45,000 स्क्वायर फीट यूज़ कर रहा है। जो लास्ट 3 साल में उसने ग्रोथ किया है वो नेक्स्ट मेरे ख्याल से 1-2 साल के अंदर IPO में आएंगे। वैसे बहुत सारे आप ऐसे भी देखोगे कि जिसका ग्रोथ स्टोरी बहुत अच्छा है, जिसको एक हेल्पिंग हैंड चाहिए, वो आप ही सब लोग हैं जो एक दूसरे को हेल्प कर सकते हैं। और वो बेस पे इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क का इम्पोर्टेंस बहुत है। आप इंडिविजुअल जगह पर अपना फैक्ट्री चलाओ, उसमें जो स्ट्रगल है, और आप इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क में अपना फैक्ट्री चलाओ, उसमें जो प्लस पॉइंट्स है वो बहुत सारे। आपको पावर का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपको बाकी का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मेरे ख्याल से हमारे यहाँ पर 1800 यूनिट अभी ऑलरेडी चल रहा है। 50% ऑफ बिजनेस शायद एक दूसरे के साथ ही हो रहा है। वो सब लोग क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि एक इकोसिस्टम बन चुका है, और ये इकोसिस्टम जो है हमने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को भी बताया कि प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क का इम्पोर्टेंस बहुत है। इंडिया के अंदर बहुत सारा इंडस्ट्रियल लैंड्स है जो वेकेंट है, जिसमें आज की तारीख में कुछ हो नहीं रहा है। हमको इंडिया को सबसे बड़ा इंडस्ट्रियल हब वर्ल्ड का बनाना है, तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी आप नितिन गडकरी जी रोड बना देंगे, लेकिन बाकी का सब चीज़ कौन करेगा? ऐसे पहले जो मॉडल में आपने देखा रहेगा तो पीयूष गोयल जी अभी अनाउंस किया कि अभी हर स्टेट जो है वो 50% अपना लैंड का प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क बनाएगा। तो पहले MIDC के बाद आप जाओगे तो आपको लैंड अलॉटमेंट होगा, कि प्लान पास करेंगे, कंस्ट्रक्शन करेंगे, तो वो सब हट गया। अभी 50% वो लोग रेडीमेड फैक्ट्रीज बनाना शुरू करेंगे, हर स्टेट करेगा। मोस्टली जो गवर्नेंस जो है वो अभी सब एक्सेप्ट करना शुरू किया। हमने 3-4 साल बहुत मेहनत किया, गवर्नमेंट को जाके समझाया कि इंपॉर्टेंस बहुत है रेडीमेड प्लग इन फैक्ट्री, क्योंकि किसके पास टाइम नहीं है और किसके पास इतना एफर्ट्स करने का जो है वो अभी ये नहीं है कि वो कर सके वो सब। ये सब ग्रोथ स्टोरी जो है इंडिया का, वो आगे बढ़ने के लिए प्लग इन प्ले इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है, और वो बढ़ेगा। और आप ही सब MSME हो, जो 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी का जो एम है मोदी जी का, वो पूरा करने में जो है मैक्सिमम एफर्ट्स और मैक्सिमम आप इनपुट्स बोलो या मैक्सिमम यहाँ से ये अचीव करने के लिए जो लगे वो SME MSME कर सकते हैं। उसके बाद से पूरा पावर ग्रोथ है यहाँ पर। थैंक यू, इतने पूरा करता हूँ।
Thank you Prakash bhai, thank you very much for providing the basic infrastructure as well as the plug and play industrial model to the SME sector. We'll hear some of the success stories after the presentation. 2 presentations are there. So we have some couple of units over here from the Bhumi world. So we will hear their success story and why you should invest here, why should be in this Bhiwandi region. We'll hear from them during the interaction sessions.
Myself Girish Kashwan. I am the founder of PK Consulting. I thank Mr. Salunke, Sakshi ji, Mahesh ji, and entire team of SME Chamber of India for helping me to share my views on something very little new. I mean, on why a virtual CIO is key to success of SMEs of India, especially because in foreign countries this is a quite established norm that has been practiced, and one of the reasons that we say that India is lagging in many other things. So as I share in a couple of minutes, we will know why I say it's a key to success of SMEs of India. I also thank you, the audience, for being with me for next 15 minutes, listening to my thoughts. So let's begin. Now, who we are, as I said, we are PK Consulting, a firm specialized in providing best in class. Now, when I say best in class, there is a meaning to say that because we also provide CIO services to large corporations. So when you say best in class, so SMEs needs a different kind of services that differs from segment to segment and vertical to vertical. Now we have over 20 years of experience working with SMEs and large corporations in textile. Now textile, we are strong. It's very, very strong sector for us. We have worked with many textile companies. We understand their business processes and challenges. Retail, pharma, education sector, quite strongly we have worked with them. We help our customers adopt the best-in-class technologies and business processes. So generally, the moment we talk about virtual CIO, we say, "Ye to IT consultant ka banda hai," and he will talk about buying ERP and things like that. No, I'm not talking about that absolutely. So we basically, as I said, that we help our customers adopt best-in-class technologies. And I will come to that, what I mean by this saying that. And business processes. Now, Prakash, you were speaking about how integration is so important for being into the industrial park, because if you boil down to one word, what exactly is happening? Business processes are getting aligned to each other, so you deliver faster. Now, as a couple of thoughts that I will share with you, what do we really mean by delivering faster? Why do we want to deliver faster? Just because somebody is competing with me? Just because somebody is able to deliver something faster, am I really want to do that? Or why is he or she is delivering faster than me? And what should I do for that? So we'll discuss about it. So we basically focus on adopting technologies, not simply implementing technologies. And our adoption base is basically based on business processes, which are very, very important for the owners of SME sector. Now, we work very closely with SME, and we know the challenges that they face, as Prakash was mentioning, that day in, day out, I mean, they are the plant heads, they are the financiers, they are the accountants. So, how do one improvise the business processes, because it requires a lot of detailing. So we help our customers doing that. What do we do? Three things that predominantly we do. We make your business move by moving IT. We align your IT systems. Now, as I said, that is a little futuristic concept that I'm talking about, because in India, generally IT means it's about having a computer, having a laptop, couple of softwares, kaam chal raha hai, theek hai, chal rahe, so everyone wants to really break the heads. But in foreign countries, it doesn't work like that. For them, IT is like their breath, and they want to do everything to be in place to make sure that the something called experience of working. I mean, we'll talk about customer experience later. So in India, we want to bring that consciousness to SMEs that your IT is also your breath. It's not only about having a computer system. Now somebody said, hey, I'm an SME, I'm having 5 employees, 10 employees, and things like that. So now we will discuss why I'm stressing on this. So we basically align the IT systems with the business processes that you have, and vice versa. So sometimes SMEs are very stringent and says, I don't have time to really, talk about business process and IT systems and all that. So we understand their state of business processes as to where they are and align the IT so that they get the comfort zone. Now, what else we do? So that's the second part. We bring in a fresh outside business landscape. Now, we are not on their permanent role. We do not work with any SMEs on their role. So we are outsourced agency that we have. We would want to have a very limited time period. Our associations are very limited, and probably we actually choose as to what time that SME needs to work with us and how much time that we need to really give them. Now, the challenge is that I mean, the best part is that we bring in a fresh outside perspective. Now, somebody spoke about Germany being the fastest, US is very good, China is doing very well. Now, SMEs of India owner does not really have the time to really think on what is happening in their own business actually. So we as a virtual CIO help them understand what is happening in the outside world. Not only understand just as a consulting, because in India consulting is still not imbibed concept, it's taking time. So we help SMEs to really making them understand the business, outside business perspective and the competitive landscape as to how your competitor is leveraging IT for their business growth. Now, and acquire the market share. The little different part that we have experienced in our engagements with SMEs is that they do not realize that what they're doing business for. I mean, not that I'm trying to say that the SMEs are not knowing what they're doing, but it is all about growing market share. And every moment that they are into the business, somebody else is either taking the market share or giving the market share to someone else. There's nothing else to do. And how technology is actually making that to happen. So this is the perspective that we bring in. How do we do? So we have absolutely best-in-class CIOs. We have worked with majority of large corporations, small, medium, foreign companies. And we bring that experience when we deliver our services to the SMEs. Our approach. So this strategy, I'm not talking about a business strategy. We define strategy in terms of how the IT should look like and what is the vision of the owner that he or she has. Now, in SMEs in India, it may sound like yeah, ये तो foreign की बात कर रहा है. We have a very small 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore का turnover है. क्या ये सब बातें करेंगे? But if the SMEs really want to grow, like the Bhumi word Prakash said, that is a new concept we are bringing in. We are integrating the units so that they can work faster, better together. Within your own premise, if you do not build the IT as a strategy, you can never deliver a customer experience that is the whole purpose of being into the business today. Markets are very open. You have Alibabas and all of these worlds. No product is a unique product, more or less. Now, in this world, how do you really survive? You need to bring in certain customer experience and nothing else. So I will read a couple of lines because right now what I'm saying is me saying, and you don't know me, but some names are known in the marketplace. So unless you do not imbibe IT, providing the customer experience that is the key of your business, you will not be there where you want to be, end of the day. So we bring in strategy, then we bring in planning, we bring in asset management. Now as I said that in India, IT is not really looked at as an asset. You say, अरे ठीक है कंप्यूटर चल रहा है खराब हो जाएगा तो किसी से रिपेयर करवा लें. What about your data? From where will you bring customer experience? If you do not have right data in place, जैसे डेटा की बात करते हैं तो then we think of an ERP software and things like that. You really don't have to think much. You have to first think IT as an asset. And if you think IT as an asset, you first be very clear about the data that you have. Now, unfortunately, during the day-to-day fights and struggles that SMEs goes through, they do not realize that every work that has done on a computer, it is going to help my customers because the technology has become so intelligent that to the extent that competitors are really knowing what customer wants, not today, from 6 months from now, what would be the requirement technology is able to give them. So a customer is already having the technology in place which is able to forecast the customer's requirement well in advance, 6 months. What am I doing today here? So am I trying to discourage SMEs? No. Am I trying to sell my services? No. What I'm trying to say is that you or every one of us has to really become conscious that IT is my asset and I need to manage it better. Who can help me? I mean, there are experts for everything. No one can be the master of all, but yeah. We then bring in service and policies. Now, as I said, that we do not want to be full-time. So we set policies, we set rules, we set systems, and we say now you guys can take over from there. Now, I said a couple of things here. Why do you really need a CIO? CIO understands how technology can help you move your business by reaching out to your clients faster, better, on time, and ahead of time. Now, this might sound crazy to somebody. Kya baat kar raha hai aadmi? Ahead of time, I said 6 months in advance, technologies are available. Every competitor of yours, whichever business you are in, they typically know what would be the requirement by this customer next 6 months. And just imagine what kind of difference that can bring. Now, is it possible in India doing? I will show you some test cases. Couple of customers have done it, and they are really reaping the benefits. They are not crying, this person is taking my market share, or e-commerce is taking my market share. Who cares? The world is too big, market is too big. You need to only know what you need to do right, and you do it. CIO understands how your competition is leveraging technology to kill small and medium businesses. Everything is fair in love and war. And if you really look at businesses, especially foreign businesses, they really don't care. They only want customer acquisition, and they want to provide best-in-class experience. Cost, absolutely no problem. Let it cost millions of dollars, but I will implement technologies which will help and bring best of the best customer experience. And that's I win the customer. That's all. Now, the whole effort in India, the SMEs is putting is to somehow make a product and sell or give. Outdated. Nowhere. Time pass. Today nobody wants. If you do it, just to prepare a product and give it to me, it's okay. I might not have anybody else to do that job, so I'm giving it. Now, CIO understands how technology can help you. Being small, achieve big. Many SMEs they say, मेरे पास जगह नहीं है, आदमी नहीं है, काम नहीं करते, problem है, infrastructure नहीं है. If you have little thought process about how technology can help you being small, achieve big, I mean there are success stories we have built. Now, you may say, यार क्या बात कर रही है आदमी CIO है, CEO है, इतनी सारी बातें कर रहा है. There are 6 typical experiences that the CIO brings along with him. Business strategist, but typically he or she is really not a business strategist to that extent, but yeah, from a strategy point, how IT can help you bring the best-in-class experience, that's what they come from. Integrator, relationship architect, because he or she needs to help you with many other stakeholders' engagement in the process. Utility provider, information steward, educator, because it's a technology. Today you try to implement a software, there is a people say, sir, madam, I don't know what to do, how to do, what to use, not to use. So they constantly work to help your team or to the owners to become more educated and aware about how technology is really evolving. Why virtual CIO? Generally, all the big names in the business that you see, they have a permanent position called CIO. This is called Chief Information Officer. In little smaller companies, they call IT head. In some more companies, they say IT manager, like that, you know. Now, companies who are large, they can afford, they do that. What SMEs do? They can't afford. CIO will not come to an SME for working full time. So we said, we will help you 50% less cost you need to incur, and you will have the same expertise that a CIO is giving to what, $1 billion company? It is possible, and that's what we are trying to do in India. That's why I said SMEs of India, we are still seeing that there is a challenge with the mindset, or always it's a mindset problem when it comes to technology, and unless the mind change, the real change doesn't happen. Achieve better mutual productivity, as I said that CIOs will not be available to SMEs full time, but on a contractual basis for a limited period of time, because we realize that it's not worth spending time for an SME who has just a 5 or 10 crore turnover to be with them for more than 6 months time. So we transfer our knowledge, we transfer our experience, we do the things for you, set the things for you right, you take it over from there. Virtual CIO helps you make your systems work for you. Now this is the key here. We come with an experience, our team comes with an experience where we know how systems work. People can never work, it's the systems that will make people work. The verticals that we basically, as I said, we have held majorly textile units, retail, manufacturing. Of course, when we say manufacturing, there is automobile, there is pharma, there is automotive sector that we have served. Now, just to give you a glimpse of how it works, because you say this guy's been talking and quite a good talk he's doing, but what we do is this. So there are 3 months, 6 months, 9 month and 12-month plans that we have made. Depending on the size, when an SME engages with us, we decide basically, generally we decide what kind of model that this SME can fit in. Whether he would be require a strategic engagement, management, planning, risk, or all of them. Depending upon that, we basically fix the tenure that we believe that would do well for them. Basic starts with 3 months. In 3 months' time, we cover certain services. In 6 months' time, we cover certain services. SMEs who are really keen, who understand the value that we bring in, they basically say, you know, we would want for 12 months and it's okay, let us talk. So this is the way we work. Now what we don't do is very clear. We do not involve in day-to-day IT downs. Computer kharab ho gaya, nahi chal raha hai, kya karu? And sometimes SMEs, they have softwares they are stuck with, they do not know what to do. We help them what to do if they do not know. We do not reveal any competition information data. As I said, we bring in outside fresh perspective, competitive landscape so that you can leverage that advantage, but never share that. Now, this basically brings me to the end of my presentation. There is no other way other than leveraging IT in all aspects of ecosystem. That's what the theme is all about. Finance, marketing, exports, you can talk in separations, but technology is the key, and that's why I said a virtual CIO is the key to success for the business or SME level. So with this, I thank you all for listening for so much time.
We have next speaker, Mr. Raj Sukeja. He is the CEO Red Mammoth Ventures, and he is talking about how to improvise and optimize business plans and strategies.
Hi, I'm Raj Sukeja, CEO of Red Mammoth Ventures. We are a financial advisory and a business consulting firm located out of Mumbai. What we do is we assist SMEs to raise capital from various sources, domestic, international, anywhere between 5 crores and upwards. International funds are, of course, up from $25 million and upwards. So, without further delay, I'm going to go into the discussion straight away. So, I'm going to be talking about SME survival and raising capital, with a focus towards asking the right questions so that the answers can lead you to the right direction. The topic is as unconventional in many ways and hardly addressed. We regularly publish a bunch of articles on my profile on LinkedIn. That's the profile there. So we have a newsletter come out every week called The Big Red. On that profile, you will have information about how to raise capital, what are the issues facing SMEs, what kind of information is required to make the right decisions, and so forth. SMEs in India have been facing a lot of issues in terms of the last several years, but things have been improving rapidly. There's been a constant dynamic change in the industry, in the business, and we have done a small part in assisting that by publishing podcasts, blogs, newsletters. We have consulted for over a dozen companies. We've raised funds for about several companies to a value of about 400 crores last year. We are sector agnostic. So we work with across all sectors, and the onus is prima facie the financial aspect of raising capital, but we also do a lot of business consulting, which improvises processes, offers insights into startups. We do idea evaluation, we do business pitch decks, and so forth. We do DPRs, we do TEVs, as a consulting firm does. So we are pure play consulting firm, and that is what we do. So at this point, I would leave you. Thank you so much and appreciate the effort.
So when we talk about the PSUs, when we talk about the corporates, there is a system for the tender. Okay, whenever you go with the public sector, the companies or the government procurement, there is a tender system, and you don't know which tender is coming when and how. You are not able to track all these kind of tenders. We have one member company and young chap, Mr. Pritesh Bhente. He is a founder of Tender Mitra. It's a Prince technology. So he is going to talk on this. He has one venture. It will be helpful for you to how to identify the tender, which sector, what are the norms, how to fill the tenders, and he will guide you in a short and sweet manner. So over to Mr. Pritesh.
First of all, thanks to Chandrakant sir, Sakshi ma'am and Mahesh sir and SME team to give me an opportunity to speak on this dais. My today's topic is government business opportunity. दोस्तों, मैं आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ. आप सबको पता है ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड हर कंट्री में एक मेजर बायर होता है और वो होता है उनका गवर्नमेंट. गवर्नमेंट से काम करने के लिए हमारे पास बहुत सारे रीज़न हैं. क्यों गवर्नमेंट के साथ नहीं करना है बिजनेस. गवर्नमेंट बिजनेस मत करो बिकॉज टेंडर नहीं निकलता है, टेंडर सेटिंग से ही लगता है, टेंडर लग ही नहीं सकता है, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन डिफिकल्ट है, बहुत सारे रीजंस होते हैं, हमारे काम के टेंडर ही नहीं आते, एंड सो ऑन मेनी अदर थिंग्स. और उसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि एक सीधा रास्ता चुनते हैं जो ट्रेडिशनल हमारा बिजनेस है, B2B एंड B2C. इसी में हम ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज ढूंढते हैं. सी दिस फनल, यू कैन सी द ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस, और बाकी जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज है आपके ओपन टेंडर्स, गवर्नमेंट, अदर अपॉर्चुनिटीज, वो सब लॉक है. आपके बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी में सब ओनली एक ही कलर से सब पास हो रहा है आपके फनल में. सी देयर आर वेरियस गवर्नमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी, देयर आर वेरियस सोर्सेज टू ग्रास्प द गवर्नमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी. वन ऑफ द सोर्सेज ओपन टेंडरिंग, जो आप न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ते हो वैसा. गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस, जेम रजिस्ट्रेशन, इसमें आप आपका प्रोडक्ट अपलोड कर सकते हैं. इसमें कोई भी प्रोडक्ट अपलोड कर सकते हैं. इवन आप बुक राइटर हो, आप बुक भी यहाँ पे रजिस्टर कर सकते हो. इसमें हमको कोई सोचना नहीं है कि हमारा बुक कौन लेगा, क्या लेगा. उसमें कोई एनीवन कैन परचेस योर बुक फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट. तीसरा होता है वेंडर रजिस्ट्रेशन. वेंडर रजिस्ट्रेशन इज फॉर 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. एक बार अगर वेंडर रजिस्ट्रेशन हमारे पास मिल जाता है तो हम वी कैन एलिजिबल टू पार्टिसिपेट फॉर लिमिटेड टेंडर्स. सो दीज आर द सम ग्राफ्स. MSME संबंध करके एक गवर्नमेंट का वेबसाइट है, इसमें आप देख सकते हो. MSME का प्रोक्योरमेंट है 134 करोड़. इसमें से 46,000 MSEs का है ओनली. उसमें से 1,000 करोड़ का SC/ST एंटरप्रेन्योर का है एंड 1,000 करोड़ फॉर वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. उसके बाद आप गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस में देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट 5,25,000 ऑलमोस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स है. एंड सेल्स अपॉर्चुनिटी, सेल्स दिया हुआ है, ट्रांजैक्शन 2,34 करोड़ के ट्रांजैक्शन हो चुके हैं। फिर भी हम सोचते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट के साथ बिजनेस नहीं करना है। इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? बिकॉज इसके लिए हमको चाहिए बी कॉन्फिडेंट, मेंटली स्ट्रांग एंड टेक्निकली स्ट्रांग। इसमें सिंपल क्राइटेरिया है कि आप इवेल्युएशन क्राइटेरिया देखिए, एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया देखिए, उनका जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो अच्छी तरह से पढ़िए। जैसे क्रेडेंशियल होता है, क्रेडेंशियल में ज़्यादातर जनरल जो चीज़ें होती है, आपका एनुअल टर्नओवर, बैलेंस शीट, लास्ट 3 इयर्स बैलेंस शीट, सिमिलर वर्क कंप्लीटेड सर्टिफिकेट, आपके जो रेगुलर बाकी अदर सर्टिफिकेट्स हैं वैसे, वो सब आप प्रॉपर में करोगे तो यू कैन डेफिनेटली गेट दी टेंडर्स। ठीक, एंड उसके बाद कैसे गवर्नमेंट में ये तो है सब टेंडर अपॉर्चुनिटीज, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी है। इसके अलावा देयर आर वेरियस गवर्नमेंट स्कीम। गवर्नमेंट स्कीम हम क्या करते हैं, इजी वे हम गवर्नमेंट स्कीम के बारे में जस्ट न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ते हैं और छोड़ देते हैं, बट गवर्नमेंट के स्कीम्स का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हम आपको करके देते हैं। सी देयर इज अ स्टार्टअप इंडिया रजिस्ट्रेशन। बहुत बार क्या होता है कि हमारा न्यू यूनिट होता है और हम सोचते हैं कि आई एम नॉट एलिजिबल टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द टेंडर बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव एक्सपीरियंस एंड टर्नओवर। स्टार्टअप इंडिया रजिस्ट्रेशन अगर आपके पास होता है तो यू डोंट हैव टू फॉर जैसे आपके पास अगर कोई टर्नओवर भी नहीं है, स्टिल यू कैन एलिजिबल टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द टेंडर। आपके पास एग्जिस्टेंस भी नहीं है, 2 साल 5 साल का एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है, फिर भी आप टेंडर में पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हो। और स्टार्टअप इंडिया रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद टेंडर फी EMD भी आपका एग्जम्प्ट होगा। दूसरा होता है गवर्नमेंट का NSIC MSME का स्कीम है, नेशनल स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज कॉर्पोरेशन। अगर आप मैन्युफैक्चर हो या सर्विस प्रोवाइडर हो तो ये सर्टिफिकेट आपके लिए बहुत सारे काम में आ सकता है। NSIC के थ्रू रजिस्टर्ड एक RMS स्कीम होता है, रॉ मटेरियल असिस्टेंस। सपोज आपको एक 1 CR का ऑर्डर मिला है और 60-70 लाख आपको उसमें ऑर्डर कंप्लीट करने के लिए अलग अलग वेंडर से कंप्लीट करते हो, तो उसके इनवॉइस अगर आप NSIC को देते हो, NSIC विल पे ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ यू। उसके बाद होता है टेंडर फी एंड EMD एग्जम्पशन होता है। और जो मेजर कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं जैसे कि स्टील हो गया, सीमेंट हो गया, एल्यूमिनियम, कॉपर, NSIC क्या करता है कि MSMEs के लिए जो रजिस्टर है NSIC में, उनके लिए स्टॉक में परचेस करता है, सो दैट यू विल गेट मोर डिस्काउंट। जैसे आप डीलर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर से लेते हो उससे कहीं अच्छा ज़्यादा NSIC आपको प्रोवाइड कर सकता है। दूसरा SC/ST एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए स्पेशल स्कीम्स होते हैं। एक 15% का बैंड होता है, 15, जैसे सपोज किसी का 1 CR का मैंने सपोज 1 CR कोट किया है, किसी ने 1 करोड़ 15 लाख कोट किया है, तो डेफिनेटली आप 15 लाख ज़्यादा हो तो आप बाहर हो, बट जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर हैविंग MSME एंड NSIC सर्टिफिकेट, सो यू कैन एलिजिबल टू मैच माई रेट। अगर आप बोलते हैं कि मैं ऑर्डर ये 1 करोड़ में करूँगा तो 15% ऑर्डर आपको जाता है और 75% ऑर्डर मुझे मिलता है। और उसमें अगर आप SC/ST एंटरप्रेन्योर हो तो 15 + 4% यानी 19% तक भी आप ज़्यादा डाल सकते हो और बाद में मैच कर सकते हो। वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए 15 + 3% होता है। ऐसे काफ़ी सारे गवर्नमेंट के स्कीम्स होते हैं, उससे आप उसका फ़ायदा ले सकते हो। सी दिस इज द अनदर प्लेटफॉर्म्स वी कैन से TREDS, ट्रेड रिसीवेबल ई-डिस्काउंटिंग स्कीम। अगर आपको कोई भी गवर्नमेंट या प्राइवेट ऑर्डर मिलता है, इसमें क्या होता है कि पेमेंट टर्म्स होता है कि आपको पेमेंट मिलेगा 50 दिन के बाद, 60 दिन के बाद। तो आप क्या करते हैं, तब तक आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट, खुद का इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो और आपके पास और आपको मिलता है 50 दिन के बाद वो अमाउंट। इसमें क्या करना है, आपको ट्रेड्स में रजिस्टर होना है और आपका जो वर्क ऑर्डर मिला है, सपोज आपको रिलायंस से वर्क ऑर्डर मिला है तो आपको जस्ट ये आपका वर्क ऑर्डर यहाँ पे सबमिट करना है। तो उसमें क्या होगा कि उसके अगेंस्ट सपोज आपको एक 1 CR का ऑर्डर मिला है रिलायंस का, तो उसके अगेंस्ट फाइनेंसर आपको फाइनेंस करेंगे। जैसे HDFC बोलेगा मैं 8% से देता हूँ, SBI बोलेगा 7% से, जो आपको अच्छा लगा वो आप सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो। इसमें क्या होगा, जो आपको 60 दिन के बाद पेमेंट मिलने वाला था वो आज ही मिलेगा। और इसमें जैसे आप जिससे परचेस करने वाले थे साइट देके, उसको भी आप ऑन द स्पॉट पेमेंट दे सकते हो, तो आपको डिस्काउंट मिलेगा। ऐसा 1 लाखों रुपये आप बचा सकते हो। सी these are the important site you can register, you can take a photograph also। MSME संबंध, इसमें गवर्नमेंट का इन फ्यूचर जो प्रोक्योरमेंट प्लान है और करंट स्टेटस है, गवर्नमेंट में जितने भी PSU सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट्स हैं उनका पूरा प्रोक्योरमेंट प्लान होता है। जैसे सपोज ONGC का एग्जांपल हम लेते हैं, ONGC को अगले साल में क्या क्या परचेसिंग करना है वो सब प्लान इसमें होता है। MSME समाधान, अगर आपको पेमेंट किसी से मिल नहीं रहा तो इसमें आप आपका पेमेंट इनवॉइस वगैरह सब वर्क ऑर्डर सबमिट कर सकते हो, तो आपका रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा क्वेरी। MSME मार्ट, इट इज़ लाइक इंडिया मार्ट। इंडिया मार्ट में हम क्या 20 से 25,000 रुपये एक साल में खर्चा करते हैं। दिस इज़ ओनली जस्ट 6,000 रुपीज़। इसमें आपको टेंडर अलर्ट भी मिलेगा एंड यू कैन गेट अ स्मार्ट वेब पेज ऑल्सो। SC/ST एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए इट इज जस्ट फॉर 1,000 रुपीज़। दूसरा होता है उद्यमी मित्रा का एक पोर्टल है, इसमें MSME लोन्स आपको मिलेगा। MSME का लोन का जो भी आपका रिक्वायरमेंट है 5 लाख 10 लाख 1 CR, वो हिसाब से आप इसमें चेक कर सकते हो आपका एलिजिबिलिटी। सी व्हाट वी दिस इज आवर कॉर्पोरेट प्रोफाइल टेंडर मित्रा। What we do in Tender Mitra. Tender Mitra is the bridge between government and entrepreneur. This is a unique startup gateway to government business opportunity. We have a pan-India experience in tendering in government business sector. Our tagline is search se submission tak. We ensure that we search for you, prepare for you and submit the assignment for you. According to your business, we search the government opportunities, policies and schemes. और वो सब आपके लिए हम पूरा स्टार्ट टू एंड प्रोसेस करके देते हैं। आइडेंटिफाई द नीड्स एंड गैप्स इन योर बिजनेस, प्रिपेयर द क्रेडेंशियल। क्रेडेंशियल ही सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है। क्रेडेंशियल हम आपको पूरा स्टार्ट टू एंड बना के देते हैं सो दैट यू कैन एलिजिबल टू मैच, एलिजिबल टू पार्टिसिपेट, एलिजिबल टू गो थ्रू एनी टेंडर्स। ओके, आवर uniqueness is to support, we extend to you at all stage. Improve your quality score, thereby increasing the possibility and winning the tenders. These are our services: vendor registration, GEM registration, NSIC, KVIC, Core Board registration, Startup India registration, bank property auction, credential preparation, and other supporting services. Our helping hands to entrepreneur. इसमें क्या होगा कि we are the outsourcing solution. No need to recruit employees for tendering purpose. No separate tender subscription. Please note that we are not subscription. Like आपके मेल में बहुत सारे टेंडर के नाम से कुछ सारे सब्सक्रिप्शन आते होंगे, ईमेल आते होंगे, तो वो हमारा नहीं है, हमारे जैसे नहीं है। दे आर लाइक जस्ट अ न्यूज़पेपर। ये आपको अलर्ट करेंगे। आप एक हमारा गारमेंट्स वाले क्लाइंट है, एक सपोज उन्होंने ड्रेस डाला तो ये कंप्यूटराइज रिजल्ट देगा आपको। इवन चिकन ड्रेस का होता है, जो नॉनवेज वेज रिलेटेड टेंडर्स होते हैं, वो भी आपको दिखाएगा कि ड्रेस, चिकन ड्रेस। सो वी आर अवॉइडिंग दिस, मैनुअली सर्चिंग करते हैं आपको। सो आपके टेंडरिंग इंजीनियर का सैलरी बचेगा, इट कम्स नियर अबाउट 45,000। अलग अलग सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हैं 3,000 पर मंथ, वो आपके बच सकते हैं। न्यूज़पेपर का खर्चा बच सकता है और काफ़ी नियर अबाउट अदर सॉफ्टवेयर का खर्चा बच सकता है। इट गोज नियर अबाउट 75,000 रुपीज़ पर मंथ। ये आपको सब विद इन वेरी कम रुपीज़ में आपको मिलेगा। दिस इज आवर आइडेंटिटी एंड वी वुड लाइक टू हैप्पी टू वर्क एज यूर एक्सटेंडेड। थैंक यू।
So moving ahead, we have last speaker over here, Mr. Prem Nayak, Regional Customer Finance Manager, Tata Power, जो कि SBI के साथ में टाई हुआ है. So they will guide about that scheme.
So good evening everyone. I am Prem Nayak from Tata Power Solar, and I have with me Mr. Shada, our channel partner, who looks after the total entire solar work in Mumbai. And so we Tata Power are India's #1 EPC players in the world, and what do? We help in, we provide entire solar solution to the SMEs, to individual customers, to societies and all. So we have many SME customers over here, and what do every unit want to do? Everybody should be having a unit. They have their own manufacturing plants. They have their own firms. So everybody would like to save on some expenses. There are lots of expenses. People pay a lot of electricity bills. And what do? With the help of solar, we can help reduce 80% of your electricity bill. So I have a brief presentation to make, but this is not the time, I guess, because it's very big. I'll just keep it very short and simple, so that you people just can get a glance of how you people can save electricity and how much you can save. So we have Shadab over here, who is our channel partner from Mumbai. He is the director of Mumbai Solar, and he'll be giving you a brief explanation about how solar works and how much you can save with the help of solar, and how are Tata Power doing this business. How are we being benefited by SBI Bank, who has helped us, who has given us a helping hand to help us achieve this goal of spreading out renewable energy throughout the world. So over to you, Sadha.
Hello, good evening everyone. Now, as an MSME owner myself, my biggest pain point is my monthly expense. And especially for manufacturers such as yourself, electricity bill is right below payroll when it comes to your expenses. So finally, with the great policy that we have from our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and with the state in general, we have a concept called net metering, where you basically produce power from your solar cells on your terrace. You can use it within your premises. And on Friday or on your weekly off, extra power you can give to the grid. So with this, what happens is we remove batteries from the entire equation. When batteries are removed, you get a very nice bill. We'll take a look at a sample MSME player from an MIDC in Taloja. Now, as you can see, this gentleman is paying close to over 1 lakh rupees per month in his electricity bill. With our solar system, we were able to reduce his electricity bill down from 1,30,000, 1,20,000, all the way up to just 30,000 rupees per month. That's a saving of 1 lakh rupees to an MSME per month. If you look at the holistic picture, even discounting 60 days of rain in Maharashtra region, we still can add 1 lakh rupees to your cash flow per month or 10 lakhs per annum. Even after getting this project financed from our partners at SBI, even after the opportunity cost of doing the financing, you can still take home close to around 50,000 rupees per month without doing anything extra, without spending money on sales, without doing anything. Just install the solar panels, the reduction in the monthly bill will pay for the cost of the solar plant and will have money to your pocket. So if you're interested, we will be outside. Come talk to us and we can tell you specifically for each and every unit how we can actually add money per month and every year. And plus with SBI, you can basically get this project financed at a very low cost. So it's a win-win situation. Come talk to us and we'll let you know how we can get there.
So we have a special scheme called SBI Surya Shakti scheme. This has been launched on January 31st. Our MDs have launched it. You can go through the photo there. It was officially launched on over the and press conference was also there. So what is this scheme all about? You can avail loan for this solar plant, wherein you'll have to just pay 20% of the down payment and 80% would be funded by the bank. So most of the loans, they have collaterals. The banks ask for collateral, and in this up to 1 megawatt, that is around 4 crores, 4.5 crores, there will be no collateral required. 1 megawatt, 4.5 crores, no collateral would be required, and the tenure would be till 10 years. So rate of interest would be 7.15 to 7.9%, which is again the affordable rate of interest. You can't find this kind of rate of interest anywhere. So this is a very special scheme which has been introduced by SBI, and they collaborated with Tata Power. So yes, and any people who want to go for this, you have lot of money can be saved. For example, as Shadab said, 1 lakh rupees, out of which 30,000 would be the electricity bill after installing solar, and the 70,000 what would be left over, you can pay it in the form of EMI. So, and in 4 to 5 years, the buyback period is there. So 4 to 5 years, you will get the money back, and the rest of the time, for 25 years, the electricity would be free for you. So think of this and help India grow with the green energy. Thank you so much.